This week I have my sister's Range Rover Velar in for a 2-stage paint correction and ceramic coating. It was raining on the day that she purchased this vehicle, so she didn't get a chance to fully inspect the condition of the paint prior to purchasing. When she got back home on a sunny day, she noticed how bad the paint was and noticed some touch-up areas that the dealership had applied some touch-up paint that needed to be further refined. So to bring back the clarity and depth on this paint, I decided to do a full 2-stage paint correction prior to doing the ceramic coating. The engine bay wasn't significantly dirty, so I used a mixture of rinseless solution and the chenille wash mitt just to knock the majority of the surface dirt off of the panels prior to applying some dressing. Once the engine bay was cleaned and dressed, I moved on to the rinseless wash process. The vehicle was pre-soaked using a normal mixture of rinseless solution in a pump sprayer before moving on to the contact wash using the Rag Company Ultra Black Sponge and McKee's N914 as the rinseless solution. With the rinseless solution still on the paint, I moved on to decontaminating the surface using iron remover as my clay lubricant and an Adams clay mitt to decontaminate the surface of the vehicle prior to polishing. Once the vehicle was fully dried, I cleaned the door jambs using rinseless solution and the chenille wash mitt from the engine bay. The door jambs were not significantly dirty, so this made quick work of this process. The wheels were pre-soaked using McKee's N914 in a pump sprayer, and the wheels and tires were cleaned using Glassparency wheel and tire cleaner, which works very well for removing that browning that you get on the tires over time. A paint inspection light revealed the true condition of the paint that we were working with. Upon inspecting the lower panels on this vehicle, I noticed a lot of horizontal scratching, indicating that the prior owner of this vehicle probably used an automatic car wash to clean the vehicle frequently. There were many areas on the vehicle where a touch of paint had been applied, which needed to be further refined using wet sanding. Once all the touch-up areas were refined to my liking, it was time to move on to the cutting step using a wool pad and Koshkemi H9 as the compound. This combination made quick work of the spider webbing and some of the minor defects, revealing a glossy finish, but still need to be further refined with a polishing step. The paint was then further refined using Koshkemi M302 and a Lake Country black pad to remove any of the hologramming that was introduced with the wool pad and rotary. Even after the two-stage paint correction, there were random scratches that remained in the panel such as this that would have required full wet sanding to be removed. This is going to be a daily driver for my sister, so I didn't feel that was necessary to go to that level of correction. Doing so would have removed too much clear coat and could have sacrificed the longevity of the paint on this vehicle. The vehicle was then wiped down using Glassparency panel prep to remove any of the polishing oils that remained. The vehicle was then coated using Glassparency Graphene Coating, which is a 5-year coating. Once applied and cured, the coating is super glossy, chemical resistant, and provides 5 years of self-cleaning properties, which are some of the major benefits of a ceramic coating.